Hello, what's up Farming Simulator Club members? Today I got some news about what's going to be the next DLC, probably after Platinum. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Next DLC proposal. Okay, earlier this year we've held our mod contest 2017. The winners of the mod contest got the chance to propose a commercial DLC, and 8 of them took the chance and created a proposal. We at Giant Software had a discussion about them and asked for your opinion as well. See the diagram below for details. This way we picked 3 proposals and invited the creators to our Swiss office, where they had the chance to present their ideals and talk to our dev team about the proposals. MatXJS Modern Classic Farming Pack and Team FSI Modding Gremmy Pack joined us in Switzerland. However, Smetty Fint Expansion politely declined, leaving us with 2 possible DLCs. We've listened to both, and now you can as well. You will find their presentation video below. We decided that both ideals would be a great fit for our game. Therefore, we declare both of them as winners, and we will create both DLCs in collaboration with the modders. We will keep you updated on the progress and let you know once we have something to share. Okay, here's the graph right here. Let's see. Frontier Design, Sunset Valley only got 2.7. DD Mod Passion got 3.36. Mapper's Paradise got 3.63. VNSFDG2, which is the Equipment Animals, got 3.66. Team Wild, which is the Harvest and Transport Pack, got 3.69. Team FSI Modding got Gremmy Pack got 3.7. MatXJS Modern Classics Farming Pack got 3.78. And Fint got 4.02, but they declined it. Harvest and Transport almost won it. Okay. I'm going to show you guys MatXJS's presentation, and the other one I'm not going to show you because it's not in English. So I'm just going to show you what that one's going to have. But here's MatXJS's presentation.
I'm Matt, and this is my Modern Classics expansion pack for Farming Simulator. So, summary of the DLC. It's been altered slightly since the original proposal. I've removed 2 of the tractors, and from a straw poll on my Facebook page, I've used the 2 most requested tractors from that. And I've replaced them with a New Holland TX34 Harvester and a JCB 525-67 telehandler, which I feel makes the pack more well-rounded and appealing, and I guess more useful in terms of there's more equipment that you can use for varied purposes. I tried to choose fairly, I guess, generic items which would fit in a lot of places. Some items maybe more towards the German market, some towards the English, but overall I tried to appeal to everybody. So it's equipment ranging from the 1980s to the late 90s, which generally is still in use today. And I decided on this pack because, in my opinion, classic equipment is lacking in quantity and quality in Farming Simulator. So here we have the vehicles included in the pack. The tri-axle trailer for the moment is a Lizard due to the branding, but I was told that we could maybe have a talk about it, and there was a possibility of getting the brand, as I think it's similar to one of the ones in game, I'm not sure. But I feel the machinery in this pack goes together well. It's all medium-sized for medium farms, which was generally used back in the 90s and used by a lot of farmers. The harvester will come with an appropriate header for it, obviously. So I'm 19 and at school I obtained the English Baccalaureate. I'm motivated to create a high quality and professional product to fit in well with the game. I'm very critical of my own work, and I would not be happy with it until it's absolutely perfect to match in with the in-game models and in-gaming. I've been playing FS since 2009, but I started modding in 2013, just I think as everyone does, they start fiddling around with tractors and then it spirals down from there, learn 3D modeling, etc. So from the DLC, it will be within the polycount guidelines of mods and in-game vehicles. So there'll be full normal mapping to increase detail but keep performance acceptable for the game, so it runs well on consoles and PC alike. The maximum 2 UV maps for exterior of vehicles is mainly in relation to the Combine Harvester, which excludes the decals textures, but it's essential to keep the UV maps manual so there can be a reduced amount of textures to reduce the size of the DLC and increase performance. It will be made with high attention to detail, so the models will be made with the correct scale, and provided they're available, incredibly accurate reference pictures to ensure the detail and the accuracy of the models is spot on. All the equipment and the tractors will have realistic statistics, which will be essential to get the feel of the modern classics and older machinery. The tractors will consist of different configurations in game. So for the wheel choice, there will be narrow, care, and wide wheels, and possibly duals as well. And they'll feature appropriate different paint schemes. So for the case, there'll be a Pro Edition, and for the JCB, will be configurable from the series. I believe it was 115, 125, 135, 145, 155, 185, I think, which will change the horsepower in game and therefore the decals on the tractors. For the animations and functions, they will all be accurate using videos, pictures wherever possible to make sure they are as accurate as they can possibly be for maximum realism. All the drive shafts and interior dials on the tractors and different machinery will be fully animated like in game. The front axles will be pivoting to match the in-game, which increases realism and gives the product a much more high quality and detailed feel. So I've been using Blender for 4 years, and I'm able to make full diffuse, normal and specular textures. I'm proficient at making low poly efficient models for best performance on all platforms. So here we can see the diffuse map using a cavity map made from the normal map to bring out the highlighted edges, which in combination with the normal map smooths them out, giving the illusion that they are curved or beveled when they are sharp edges, but sharp edges look pretty nasty and unrealistic because in real life nothing is perfectly sharp, so the normal map really helps with that. And then the specular texture, the reflection part of the specular texture is made from the diffuse in grayscale combined with the ambient occlusion to generate the shadows and lighting effects which would be applied in real life. And then finally the dirt texture, which gives the models a lot more realism when you're working in the field. So here we have a wireframe render of a high poly and low poly equivalent of the model. So the high poly model has much high poly lights to generate the effect that the lights have a lot more curvature to them than they actually do. And all the edges are beveled for smoothness to apply on the normal map to give the illusion that it is not a sharp rectangular box. There's a picture of it in Giants Editor. I'm not really sure how much you can see, but on the drawbar you can just see curved edge and the highlight from the diffuse map. So this is the schedule. I will not be planning to do this alone. I've decided I will get help from one of my close friends and fellow modders. I've done the time schedule so far pretty tight, leaving 2 months at the end, so if I overrun on anything, it will hopefully be finished in time, well, which it will. It's a pretty tight schedule, however I feel with appropriate reference pictures, I can model fast enough, but also keeping the quality high. My friend will mostly be focusing on the in-gaming side of things, while I can focus on making high poly variations of the models for the extra detail. And leaving the 2 months at the end leads on to the timeline of the DLC, which allows for alpha testing and beta testing through February and March, ready for the finalized DLC, hopefully mid-March for final testing, making sure everything works correctly. It's the production plan of the DLC has been fitted in with the overall DLC timeline, so there should be ample time to test things correctly. As for DLC planning, I hope to contact manufacturers for possible blueprints, detailed pictures of interiors, as they're incredibly hard to get hold of for accurate modeling, and finding videos to see exactly how pieces of equipment fold up and unfold and are reacting to the terrain in order to set the dampers and things like that correctly for the wheels and the rear hydraulics of tractors, to see if there's any extra features that may be unusual for a tractor and needs to be implemented. The statistics for the vehicles will be accurate of manufacturers, so horsepower, weight, etc. will be accurate. This will increase the realism of the DLC, because obviously if you have a cultivator that weighs 10 tons and you put it on a tractor, it will tip backwards. So overall, I think I can create a high quality DLC matching Giant's standard of modeling, texturing and in-gaming. And if you have any questions, that's it.
Also nachdem ich die Präsentation gesehen habe und auch nach dem Gespräch mit Matt, denke ich schon, dass er das Notwendige mitbringt, um unsere Anforderungen zu erfüllen.
Er hat auch schon im Mod-Contest gezeigt, dass er sehr gute Modelle erstellen kann, insbesondere auch mit den ganzen Details und Normal Maps, UV-Layout, Ambient Occlusion Baking und so weiter. Ich denke, da kann er auf jeden Fall was Gutes liefern.
Ich denke, das, was Matt gezeigt hat, ist schon realistisch umzusetzen, da es vor allem eben nicht was komplett Neues ist, sondern es sind eigentlich mehr von was wir schon haben. Also das heißt, wir brauchen nicht irgendwelche komplexe neue Funktionen oder Skripte zu realisieren. Von dem her denke ich, ist das sicher machbar. Und es geht ja eigentlich primär nur darum, also in Klammern nur, das halt optisch möglichst ansprechend zu realisieren.
Ja, das Feedback von den Usern in der Umfrage hat gezeigt, dass sehr viel Interesse für das DLC da ist. Von dem her denke ich, kommt das sicher gut an im Markt. Wir haben auch viel Feedback bekommen, dass zum Beispiel ein Drescher fehlt, und da hat Matt auch direkt schon darauf reagiert und hat jetzt im neuen Proposal einen Drescher hinzugefügt. Die größte Schwierigkeit von Matts Team, denke ich, ist sicher seine doch mit 2 Personen kleine Teamgröße. Und wenn man auch schaut, was er sich da vorgenommen hat mit diesem Fuhrpark, den man nicht unterschätzen darf mit 2 Leuten, das, denke ich, wird die größte Schwierigkeit da sein. Auch weil die Maschinen etwas älter sind, kann man zum Beispiel kein CAD von den Herstellern bekommen. Dann müssen wir sonst irgendwie gutes Referenzmaterial bekommen. Wir können auch nicht zu einem Händler gehen, weil die Maschinen nicht mehr verkauft werden. Dann müssen wir irgendwie Bauern suchen, die die Maschinen besitzen, damit wir dann wirklich die Referenzen bekommen können. Das Highlight von Matts Präsentation
Option ist meiner Meinung nach dieser Youngtimer natürlich, diese zwei Traktoren, der eine von Case, der eine von JCB. Und auch eine schöne Ergänzung ist der Mähdrescher von New Holland.
Okay, that was Maddie's DLC. We should be expecting that like March 29th, I believe I read. So here's the second DLC by Team FSI Modding, which this is supposed to be in March too. Okay, Grimmy Pack. We present in this document our proposal for a commercial DLC, also explaining the reasons and some details behind the choice and technical details of machines selected. Our ideal born from first rule considerations that the DLC needs to be game console compatible, so it will need to stay on the default script at all. So no custom IUA script will be made for this pack. Other rules to be considered is license branding and fantasy implement and vehicle with lizard brand is not an option from our point of view. Which actually they said no custom script, and actually I've already watched that video. It already says that there is going to be some custom script in it. I don't know what's going to be customized in it, but when I find out, I'll let you guys know. Finally, but equally important, capture interest of player with some machines not available in default game, or machine with different size and capacity, or different mode to make the same standard work provided by game. After a long evaluation, we have noticed that potato farming is not complete, because some small implementing are missing to start speedy with low budget missions and or very little map at the same time. Other things could be done, so we thought to the range of implement from Grimmy brand for potato farming with small implements for start working with potatoes and low budget, and complete the range with other implements for handling and storage. Another thing in our mind regards availability for technical details, measure and photos from constructor, and availability of components can be taken from default game vehicles and implements. The machine selected from an economical 2-row planter is right choice to start missions when the power of tractors are low. Next, we have selected two sides of ridging healer from Grimmy G8 series. 2 and 6 row can be used in game as a weeder, one of many innovations of Farming Simulator 17 which has not yet been exploited well. For our harvester part, we have decided also a small tools with two options, trailed and mounted windrower. Well filtered for small tractors around 50 kilowatts power. Besides a trailed bunker harvester will provide with option to diggers or load from windrower or both together. For storage and handling, we provide a placeable shed with some functions and visual details, simulated ventilation system, a drive loader conveyor belt system, and a box filler machine. Okay, here we go looking at some details of the machines we have selected. We got the potato planter GL32E. 2-row planter well suited for 50 kilowatts power tractor with shop options to change anchor and wheel. Okay, next we got the potato planter GL32F. 2-row planter with separate fertilizer box. Okay, then we got the Weeder GH2. And then we got the Weeder GH6 Echo. The 2-size Weeder Healer with fertilizer function for game will have 2 or 3 shop options to change anchor just for visual purposes. Okay, now we got the Harvester Windrower WH200. See, there it is right there. See, what it's actually going to do is it's actually going to pick it up and leave a trail. So we can pick it up like that instead of, having to empty out the harvester. The mounted windrower harvester dig the potatoes and tip to the ground surface. It's a good start implement. Subsequently, can be used in combination with potato harvester to increase the output with harvesting 2 by 2 equals 4 rows. Can be configured all 3 factory options. WH200 Echo, center discharge and 2 fixed coulters. WH200C, center discharge with 4 spring mounted disc coulters and 2 hem feed enrollers. And WH200S, same as C, plus side conveyor discharge. Okay, then we got the Windrower WR200. Sorry about the train, guys. This is the 2-row trailed modular design combines of the proven digging units from the SE family. 4 different versions are available. Long main web and a center discharge without helm separation for areas where harvesting by hand is standard. Long main web and center discharge with helm separation for areas where harvested by hand is standard. With an additional second main web, double roller scraper, and center discharge specifically for the 2-stage harvest system. With lateral discharge of crop between the neighboring 2 rows for harvesting 2x2 equals 4 rows at once. Okay, then we got the bunker harvester, which is almost like our regular harvester in the game. This offset trailed 2-row harvester can collect windrower or dig from ground even at the same time, working combinations with windrower WH or WR. Shop options provide 6 tons or 7.5 ton bunker and 2 types of separator, only visual. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now we got the Scooper PS511. Here's right there. The PS511 picks quickly goods from the storage and forwards it to following transport units. That's cool that it has a seat on there and everything. Okay. Box filler GBF. The GBF is fully automatic box filler that can be used both during storage and during potato processing / grading. The adjustable intake height and the box position frame are suitable for filling a variety of different size boxes. Which what I've heard is they're trying to add 2 other new boxes besides just the wooden pallets. They're trying to add plastic and metal. So, and then the storage to competition, the DLC pack, a placeable storage system with ventilations will be made, with visual details and some functions from default game. It'd be awesome if they can actually show basically how full the storage shed is and all that, and if it actually starts filling up and you can see it. Okay. To conclude, we think it is appropriate extension for better farming and handling of tubers, with reasonable number of implements which extend default game in pretty way for players who search for more realism and other role-playing goals. Okay, there's the TeamFSI modding. Okay, so we got Matt XJS's Modern Classic pack, and then we have the TeamFSI modding, the Grammy pack. Coming to us should be March. I don't know the price yet. I will let you guys know whenever I do know the price. And I'd like to thank also the modders, the TeamFSI modding, and Matt XJS for you guys' hard work. And sorry about the little cursor thing on top. I have no idea how to get rid of that. If anybody knows how to, leave a comment in the section below. And also, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys pound that like button. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you guys press that subscribe button and also press the ring button for notifications when I upload videos. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.